11 survivors and parishes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless them. I guess we start out with appointments, which we have none scheduled, correct? That's what I got here. Unscheduled matters, public comment 1. Move on. Unfinished business. Anything you want to talk about company at all? Anything that's going on?
Just that, me and Olson and Tony were down to the police station today for the remembrance for Henry Blanton and Ruth Blanton, and quite a few people spoke, and it was very nice, and they had a slideshow. It's very nice.
Dino had fun.
Yes, he did.
It was truly Mason Blanton.
Yeah, truly.
That went really well.
Yep.
Ken had a great announcement speech, I don't know what you call it, but it's just a talking.
Yeah.
I thought he did very well.
We called him Brown Park Kettle.
Yeah.
It's cute the way he worked that in.
Okay, then next is new business. There's a fee schedule that we got. There's a couple of questions I have on it because I'm not quite sure what it is that we're being asked to do, Connie. Tracy, you want to explain what she's looking for? There's a shape file or something?
Yep. Tax maps, people come in and can get their tax maps, or we can give, used to be paper copies of tax maps or discs of tax maps, and now through Graphics we give what's called a shape file. And people now are interested in getting these shape files instead of paper or email or the way they used to get it before. So, as you can see, the tax maps used to be $125. Then you've got the tax rolls, printed or disc. There's many different fees on different things, but I think it's basically for you to review all, the ones that do pertain to that office, make sure that's what you still would like. And then to see if you do want to release the shape file, and if so, at what cost. That stemmed from Cindy, because she gets a lot of those requests in her office.
What does the shape file?
How do you spell it?
Shape.
S-H-A-P-E?
Yep.
What does
As far as I
it
understand.
consist of doing? It's all of it? Or
It has all of the tax maps.
just the tax maps? Instead of, so it's map and lot report, that's something different.
It is. It would actually be that third one down, that's $125.
This one here.
Basically, it's $1 a page is what that comes to.
Oh, is that what that amounts to?
They're
Okay, so that was when I would get it in paper.
It's actually a little less than that now, because the tax maps grew to what we did with the map.
Oh, right.
Is there any more work to the shape file than just doing the tax maps like we always do?
No, so the shape file comes in a disk form from Graphics that we keep stored up here in the safe. So people can come in, and these are private individuals. So on our own, we've done it where you just slide it in your machine, and you download it. It takes 5 minutes, tops. But we would have to burn these discs to give to people if that's what you wanted to do. Which is
Just so I
different.
can understand one more time, is the tax map different than the shape file?
Different form.
Different
Just in
form.
form.
The shape file
Is
are
the
the tax
tax
maps.
maps. Okay,
right.
But it's on
It's
a
a lot
CD
easier.
that you can pop in
Right.
here.
It's a lot easier.
It's a lot easier for people because you can just slide it in your machine and you have it, like we've had Stratford Regional Planning Commission come
Mm.
get it before. AWA has requested it before, and we just didn't know what to charge.
Is
There
there
was no
any
fee
suggestions
right
on,
now.
what you guys would know what it takes? I mean, if it cuts it in half, do we want to cut the cost in half?
She does the other diskette at $25 a
It's
piece.
25, it looks like a 25 for one or the other, which are checklist discs and stuff like that. Map and lot report disc was $25. I don't know why the tax roll one is 50.
Yeah, I don't know why that is either, unless it's,
Now, is this any different from what you can get online? Because you can get, it does show map and lot online.
It does, and I think these shape files are used for online stuff, but you would have the whole town in one
Yeah, all the
thing. So
town
you
in
would
one
just,
place.
yeah,
So if you were just interested in your neighborhood, you wouldn't necessarily be interested.
no,
and
you would
that's
do
your
the
lot.
online thing and just kind of, yeah.
You're either a Realtor or you're SRPC, but
Right, a realtor would be interested in this, Stratford Regional, AWA, because they've done a lot of work for us in different things. Shouldn't we have that? Not I know it would come in handy like at the planning board.
oh, sure.
We're talking about. But they probably use we already have it online on our website, Max Online, that's the same type of information. With that, you're just pulling it up individually, you can't print, well, no, you can print, so.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can print, so I'm not sure if
And you can pull it off if you have a wireless center and everything, you can pull it off. I know Ken's done it. He's done it
Right.
during the meeting.
Right, yeah, use them all.
Well, is there anything on these that you feel that are under cost, that are costing the town money to do? I mean, the last time they were changed was in 2005, I would say.
Right.
So, I mean, is any of these things?
And I think like the subdivision regulations and the zoning ordinance, I believe those fees are set by the planning board.
Planning board.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
can't do anything with those. You know, copies and fax copies, that just,
So I would just say the $25 for the shape fee.
and
The rest of them.
for anybody, release it to the public, so you're releasing it to anybody for that cost.
Yeah. That seems to be the average.
Public information,
Okay.
Yeah, the town owns that file, right? I mean, Cartographic produces it for you. who
for us.
owns it.
Yep.
So do we need a motion to keep that?
Yeah, something like that.
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We got no expenditures, non-scheduled,
No, Sierra, no.
correspondence, our information on fireworks.
She's responding to your letter, acknowledging.
Acknowledging that we, thanking us for acknowledging it. And then she's going to try to talk to their own associations that are holding all these fireworks themselves, as for us to be bothered with. All right? So good luck. Unscheduled matters, public comment too? Nothing yet? Administrator update.
Okay, I just have a couple of things. Just wanted to let you know that I started meeting with department heads on their budgets. I've done, I don't know, about 3 or 4 so far. They have until next Friday, the 20th, to get all their budgets to me. And then after that, I'll be asking the board when they would like to start meeting, first part of October. The budget dates for the budget committee, I believe have already been set. I don't want to front them off, because I'm only thinking two right now, so I don't want to miss the date, but it's first part of November, starting that Saturday, November 2nd. So we'll get those dates out there. And I have the project that's been going here at the town hall with the sprinkler systems and the electrical and all that kind of stuff. Well, we were short some funds. Last year, we weren't short for what we did, but we couldn't paint, we couldn't put in another lighting truss, bunch of, insulation in the attic, that kind of stuff that they wanted to get done and they're going to get done. So last year they tried for the LCHIP grant and they did not get it. So WPI's grant writer has now written it again and hopes that maybe we would get it in this round. So they're asking for signature. I think I can send you all the information about the LCHIP. And so that's really what I'm looking for. Victor has signed it. The grant writer is going to be getting it from me so that she can take it to Concord. It has to be there first thing Friday morning.
How much do they want?
Let me look in my WPI minutes, see if I can.
Now, this, not knowing a whole lot about this,
Yep.
and just as of today, really inquiring about it. This has no restrictions or no paybacks or anything like that?
No, and I did inquire to find out where the money comes from. I didn't know if it was federal or state, or it was from the Moose Grant, or what it was from. And I found out that it's supported by real estate transfer tax. That happens up at the registry when you buy property. So that tax, or some of that tax, goes to fund this
It
grant.
says in here, there's over $4 million in this fund.
Yeah, and it
Finish your
sounds like, the
4.7.
meeting I was at yesterday, it sounds like it kind of just started getting funded again.
Yeah, there
Like
was
there
an
was a hold
interruption.
on it for a little bit, and now it's
How
back
much
out
are we
there.
eligible for, now we have to come down with the first part of it? Is that how that works, 50%?
No,
No,
they're not
there's
matching.
no, it's not matching. You get whatever it is that you're
I
going to
see.
find my Opera House email, and I'll tell you.
But you
what it is.
can't apply for anything that has to do with an improvement or it relates to the community or like this land and community heritage investment program. So Wilbur, Friends of Town
Says-
Hall is applying to redo the upper floor windows.
It
Oh,
says as
oh,
long as the
yeah.
application scoring, it says leverage is important, 50% match is minimum.
Okay, right, that's right. Friends are matching over there.
I don't,
So I was just
On
kind
that.
I don't
of
see
I
the
agree.
LCHIP. Well, that's, does it say it in there?
curious, yeah, 50% match minimum. So I was just kind of curious what it was that we're matching, as in how much money we're spending. Or is it, we've already got it calculated, we just need a
It must
certain
be
amount?
calculated, because WPI doesn't have any money and we don't have any money. So I
Okay.
can't imagine that we're trying to, it looks
Well,
like,
you can't get credit for money you've already spent, I understand. So maybe that's what they're
That's-
doing. If you're doing a project and you need money to finish it,
Finish
you've already
it.
spent, let's say, 50,000 on a 100,000 project and you're asking for 50,000.
Yeah,
Because over in Wolfboro, they've already spent some money on that building. And they told the selectmen that they would get credit for it against the building.
Steve, on that.
yeah,
So
well, we
how-
got that other LCHIP. I am almost sure that we did not,
well, it's great. I
I think
mean,
we
I
already
don't-
got from the heritage.
yeah, I don't believe, I know, so I don't know why it's, other certain, maybe certain, right, maybe certain types of stuff. This one is, we're asking for, it looks like about 103,000. Stage electrical, of course, you gotta have the architect and the engineer in there, and all the light, a lot of the lights we couldn't afford, so finish up the lights upstairs. The stage lighting truss, dimmers.
Do we have an actual number that all this is gonna cost?
Yeah, that's the 103. That's the 103.
That's what the
That's to
proposal.
finish it, right, that's the
Number
proposal.
plan, that's what we asked for, and
Yep.
somebody asked for,
Right.
and we got granted it?
No, we have not, we have to submit it.
Why?
It has to be submitted
Oh, okay.
by Friday.
Okay.
So this is just looking for a signature,
So do we need to make a motion for
I
that?
would say.
Before we do that, I was talking with W. David downstairs, and he said that he had been up in the attic
Right.
of the Opera House, and he said the opening was way too small. And the louvers all have hay all over them. So he said
They
that
told me
really
that,
needs
yeah.
to be fixed, and I don't see why they couldn't do that with that.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't know.
The
I
only
asked
thing
David
is
to
the
give me
opening
a-
would, but removing that hay,
Well, they're up to
anybody
that.
can go up and do that.
Right. It's not in this grant that's going forward, because this has to be
Okay.
submitted on Friday.
Okay.
So it won't be in this one, but maybe as they're fundraising, and if the town puts in somebody this year for town hall improvements, maybe that's something that, and to me, Nate had brought this to my attention today, and I asked them both to write me up something that I could then give to WPI to make them aware of it. Maybe they're already aware of it, and maybe when you're doing the insulation in the attic,
Yeah.
all of that's probably going to happen, I wonder.
I would
Because
hope
I would
so,
think that you gotta
because
take all that stuff out before you.
it isn't very, have you been up there? I haven't been up there for a few years, but when Cindy was doing camp, I went up there. And how they ever got up there, you know, it's
Yeah.
very, very narrow.
It's not exactly a halo house, so how do you get hay?
I think the
They brought
pigeons,
those in.
I think the pigeons.
It's,
did.
it's not like bales of hay.
No,
No, it's
no.
pieces of straw.
Nesting material.
Yes,
Yep.
so, and
Okay,
it could be really old, it could have just been always up there, because
I know,
everything is supposed to be
that's true.
blocked off now, that you're
Yeah.
not supposed to be getting in there.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
well,
I'll make a
coincide.
motion that we accept. Do you have it for the amount?
No,
No?
no, this is just the acknowledgement form, but I want that you're accepting, all projects that are funded through LCHIP are subject to conditions and requirements found in the criteria, guidelines, and procedures. That's what I wanted you to look at that, and that you're signing that you've read
Yeah.
and understand the criteria
Right.
guidelines. Now, I did ask her if the owner of the property is applicable, but she never answered me on whether or not. I'm thinking you're just gonna sign as a municipal governing body. So it just requires
There's only
one,
one.
so I take Charlie as the chair this evening.
I think those grants have to go through the town, because it's in Wilbur, the local selectmen designated town manager to sign on behalf of the
We
town.
have the town.
That was required.
Right.
Charlie, you're seconding.
Huh?
You're seconding the motion.
Yes.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
And my other one is, I don't know if you remember, but and I can't remember if you were here or not, but Ken last year came before the board to get radios from the state, and he had gotten a grant for that, they paid for it. Then there was more radios that were available because somebody didn't take theirs, or they didn't apply for the grant, so then he came before the board to ask them to accept more radios. Now the radio frequencies need to be updated. And instead of the cost coming upon the town, the grant will fund that, the changing the frequencies.
And what grant is that?
This
What are we
is
talking about now?
Department of Safety. Part 3 of the local law enforcement radio interoperability initiative and update.
this federal or state?
I think it's federal, I'm gonna say federal, because it says Homeland Grant Distribution Part 3. Updated with his MOU and returned by October 1st. It's meeting deadlines to get the initial radio type available for the band.
And what is this costing us?
It doesn't cost us anything.
We're taking federal.
Right. Which we did when we took the radios.
Yeah.
Which is
So he needs them.
you need to upgrade the frequencies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to accept.
They're all in the same place.
All in favor?
So again, it looks like this is the value of it.
Yes.
So you have that, and then I think Charlie.
Yeah. Well, it's only taking 1 second.
And I just wanted to let you know that the E911 person, Mike Kelleher, has been working with Cindy and Cheryl downstairs, developing and updating the maps. And we are going to have them at the next meeting, but I want to let you know that I have all the maps, I have, all the roads that or the places that they feel need better updating for 911. It has all the houses, it has all this information that I think you probably should look at before you have the meeting. So it's not anything I can scan. There's big maps and there's big books, so we're gonna ask Todd and Ken to come to the meeting also, so that they can have an input with him there if they have any concerns about using it. This information they do for no cost, and they can keep updating it for no cost.
Is this on the 16th
This will be on the 25th.
at the selectmen's?
Right, at the selectmen's regular meeting, yeah. So you have, you got, a couple weeks to come look at it, but if you could, it's in my office, I had Cheryl bring it up, so just stop in. If you want me to leave it in the selectmen's office, I can do that too. I think you might come when we're not here. So,
There's
just let me
usually
know.
somebody here that can get out here.
Yeah. Oh, she can get into it, yeah.
Yeah, or Michelle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy to see.
On there.
And I think that's all I have.
I'm just gonna, I forgot to mention that the salt shed, me and Freddie, we haven't quite connected yet, but I do have all the plans for it and ideas ready to sit with Freddie, and then once he okays them, I'll bring them in front of us so we can sit and look at them and just see if it's what we want. I do think it's the easiest way, but I'm not quite sure, and this is a question you might want to ask David, is do we have to have this in the engineered plan to have this building where it's a public municipal building? If not, which I truly feel we don't need to, it's not nothing the roof system, it's mostly roof, it's a foundation with a roof basically on it. And that comes pre-engineered by the suppliers, which is free. So, if we need a plan, I do think that we can get out of the planning of it for under $500. Just having a sketch, a
drawing of it.
drawing,
Yeah.
showing what it is so that the people can
Okay.
see it. I do know that we can do that fairly cheap. Already discussed it, but I'm not sure if we need that's something we might want to look into.
As an engineer.
If we have to, and if we have to, then we gotta spend money, but I'm saying, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing here that needs an engineer to do. It's a salt check. But it's a nice one. It's basically a lot of concrete, and it's got the 12-foot overhangs on each side so they can pull stuff in and park some of the smaller equipment undercover. And it's basically a truss system, so it's not very hard for these guys to build also. Get it pretty simple, so. So Freddie had to do some hay yesterday. We were gonna get together yesterday.
He is out tomorrow, so
He's out, so,
yeah. Thursday.
by our next meeting, I'll have that, we'll have that ready for us to
Okay.
agree on. Okay, building permit releases.
We have not, sir.
We have none. Payment manifest,
We do have that.
I have an awful big one.
Yeah, you do.
$724,019.73.
Because the school pays.
School payment. Motion to carry. All in favor? Aye. We've got a town clerk's, $25,342.71.
You don't have to move those.
No. you
These
don't
ones we
have
don't
those.
need to move?
No, they're just,
Okay.
it's just,
Just an
state
acknowledgement.
stuff.
Right.
That looks like it. Boy, that's good. Board minutes. I read them, I don't see anything out of the ordinary with them. Motion to carry the minutes. All in favor? Aye. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? I mean,
I've been telling you that we've been having department head meetings. Have I shared that information?
no.
Yeah, I've been having department head meetings like every other month, so those are going pretty well. Next one is October 3rd, and that's when we're gonna have the Allstate person come and talk to the department heads about the insurance, disability insurance, that kind of thing, and then they can set up special times to meet with Allstate. So
What are we discussing at these?
no, it's
What are we
something that I
discussing?
decided to do, that I thought it would be a good idea if the department heads met with me on a regular basis, just to, so like now, beforehand, we were kind of talking about the budget, what they should really be trying to plan, and get them to talk to one another, like, if Freddie is going out to bid for tar, Warren wants to have paving done down at the transfer station, those guys need to talk together and
Well,
try to
Warren
get this
brought
all
that up to
mixed.
me this week.
Right.
That we need to start talking, maybe,
Warren needs to talk with Fred.
is that what,
Yeah, Warren needs to talk with Fred, and then Fred will be talking to the board as far as what projects, but Fred has the contact with who to get an estimate from for that paving, if that's what he needs to get done down there. That way it can go in Freddie's paving projects, so it's all together, and it goes done at the same
Warren
time.
mentioned it the other day to me, wanted to know what should we do, and I just said, figure it out yourself and get it to us, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
You know?
so we'll have that, and then I'm getting estimates from workers' comp and property liability from Primex. We're currently with NHMA, and just to see what's out there, just to see,
What's
if we
happening
need to
with,
get a better price.
What's happening with cable? Cable company?
I still haven't heard anything from Kate. I'll try to get in touch with her before the next meeting.
Yeah, this is dragging on, okay.
You're very hard to deal with right now, personally.
By the time the contract is settled, it'll be obsolete.
Yeah,
Nobody will be using
Start
cable.
all over again.
yeah.
It'll be out of business.
Something else.
So that Primex person will be at that meeting also, and he's going to take a walk through some of the buildings. And we're working on the personnel policy, and we'll do that on Monday at 3 o'clock. Board, myself, and Ken Pfeiffer will be there also, because he's very involved with that too. And
Oh, the Chamber of Commerce has had a meeting today, there's going to be a block party up in East Wakefield.
oh, I heard a little bit of rumor about that.
I didn't go to it because I came to the Book Nation Blanton thing, but I was invited to go and talk to, listen in. They're talking about having a block party up there in the square of East Wakefield. So I thought that was kind of good because East Wakefield. No, where the store is and.
Oh,
and
with
the
that,
gas station
yeah.
and that kind of thing. Yep. I thought that was kind of different. They don't have too much up there. No.
there are a lot of people up there.
There's a lot of
And
people
when you go
up
up there, I mean, I'm surprised at the activity. There's a lot of activity up there.
there.
Yeah,
There's so much activity.
restaurants.
It's rare that I even come down here.
You can get everything going on.
It's like, it's a whole different, it's a whole
It is.
different,
It
it's a
is.
different city up there, you know, it's, I don't think, we don't acknowledge as much as what happens down here in just the vice versa. I don't think you know. I only come down here to come into the office, it's very rare I come down here. So it's like a whole,
Different.
it is, it's very different.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of people up there.
there is.
It's a very busy little area.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. All right, motion to adjourn.
Record meeting.
Thanks, Ed, for coming.